Hello everyone, today I'm going to be delving into another box of classic fantasy from Wargames Atlantic and a Grey for Now Games. This time round it is the Guardsman box. 24 multi-part plastics that have been originally designed for the Guards of Trader's Toll, so you can pick them up from Wargames Atlantic as this generic box of guards, or you can get them via Grey for Now Games when Guards of Trader's Toll releases. You can build 24 guards. There are 26 heads and a variety of bits to make both male and female. So, bit of a background there. Taking a look at the sprue. Okay, we can see, as always, the sprue is jam-packed, filled with bits and pieces. We have enough on this to make 6 guard miniatures, and you get 4 sprues in the box itself. I am reliably informed via the medium of Grey for Now Games that a sprue will make 6 figures, and 6 figures is a basic patrol. So potentially if you're looking to make multiple versions of the same character with a different weapon, you could pick these up, or if a group of people are getting into Guards of Trader's Toll, then you can grab it for that. Give everybody a sprue and they can start to build their own little patrol for the future. Taking a closer look, we can see, if we start at the bottom here, a collection of heads, and then some of the extra bits and pieces you get. So we have a rope, there's a set of manacles, there's a little cloth piece here that actually has a set of keys on it, and then we also have a pouch and a quiver of quarrels for the crossbow. The crossbow is the only weapon slash piece on this sprue that requires 2 parts. These aren't individually numbered and lettered for once, probably because that is the only one that requires a second specific arm. So it's really easy to find. You just put that arm on one side, and then there's only one arm that's missing a hand, which is up at the other end of the sprue, I believe. So that arm there without a hand attached is the pair for this arm here on the crossbow. There are 2 range weapons, 1 crossbow, 1 bow. There is a second arm with a bow, an arrow nocked. You can use it, you don't have to. So it's up to you. We have a single torch, a selection of weaponry, and then a few different arms, swords, axes, maces, both at the ready and sort of resting on shoulders. At the top end we have a single shield, some more weaponry, daggers, empty hands, 2 halberds, extra feather and some shoulder armour. And then we have another selection of heads. Tell you a lie, actually, this female head has a ponytail, so there are 2 things on the sprue that are paired and required to go together. Overall, the bodies are mostly armoured, although we do have a sort of gamesman, and then a few that I've got breastplates on, and a couple that are more sort of full plate medieval style, with this torso and legs being separate because of the big cloak on it. But let's take a look at the models built up. Okay, so starting off, we'll take a look at the fully armoured. These ones rocking cloaks, so I've decided these would probably be the captain of the guards. Size-wise, they are all 28mm to eye level, and builds are very straightforward. Now, what I've done here is I've made 2 sprues worth of people, but I've only used 1 sprue's worth of arms. So everything you see here is on 1 sprue. as far as build goes. So we've a sword and board with a flamboyant feathered hat, meaning he must be Captain Quirk, Mr. Mayonnaise, as he's known. And then over here, a more sensible fellow without the ridiculous hat. Full plate visor up. There's a second head with the visor down, if you're looking to be a bit more punchy. Nice detail on the armour. The full plate has a late medieval sort of feel to it. The second pair of full plate, I say full, the arms aren't, but these are more female bodies, a bit slimmer. However, there are a mix of heads, both male and female, that are small enough to sit on here, so it may just be somebody of a slighter size. And likewise, the heads are mostly interchangeable. When somebody's wearing a breastplate, you can't really see what the shape of their body is beyond the fact that they're wearing full armour. So, mace and dagger on one, and that's our ponytail. And then somebody holding up a writ. So, nice set of fully armoured. Moving into some of our other ne'er-do-wells. For no reason at all, I've paired these up. Fat guy with a halberd shouting at somebody, and then a slightly thinner, scruffier looking guy with all of the weapons. Internet cookies and points for you if you get those as a reference. And then I reverso changed them for halberd and torch, and Fatty's got a crossbow. I will say, depending on the head you use, I was thinking about sighting down the crossbow, but because of the collar around the top and this head that I picked, it made it more difficult to turn it without it jutting out at a weird angle, so I chose not to. If you do want to sight the bow, you may have to pick a specific head or do a bit of footering with it. I really like him. He does have the look of somebody who's been on night shift too long. He's only 18, but he's got that 1,000-yard stare. And then we have possibly jailers. Again, wearing chain, tabards over the top. Nice set of generic medieval fantasy figures. If you're looking to put together a militia force or something that's a bit more mercenary, they work well for that. And because they're all from Wargames Atlantic, the arms mix with the Age of Chivalry stuff very well. Then we have a lantern wielding fellow striding around, ready to deal with whatever's coming in the night. And as a comparison, here is a fighter but with a female head, but it still suits the body very well. You imagine there's a bit of padding on there, and then the breastplate over the top, and ready to square up against the most fiendish thing on all of the sprue, the attack of the goose. Because as they tell me, peace is never an option. Come at me, brah. In case you're wondering, the goose is approximately 15 mil tall, about 10 mil to beady goose eye level. But there you have it. The guards set for classic fantasy from Wargames Atlantic. A really versatile kit, obviously spot on for Grey for Now games, Guards of Traitor's Toll, but for anybody looking to do classic fantasy, great box set to play around with. So there you go, the guards. Plenty of opportunities to get these on the table in a whole host of games. Obviously, if you are playing Guards of Traitor's Toll, then you can use them for that. A sprue is more or less a guard unit because you've got your 6 models on there. But you may want to change things up, change weapons, or as you play through the game, you may get some new equipment and new officers to join your guards. So you've got the potential there to sort of WYSIWYG your force as you play and do a bit of kit bashing as needs be. Terrific box once again, really nice sculpts, and something the world has been crying out for, guards to be abusive to the civilians. Let me know what you think below. Until next time, bye-bye.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.